Peace and blessings in this corner, boxing 24. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing pretty good myself as always. God is good and God is great. And we here in this corner, boxing 24, okay? So, tonight is the rescheduled fight for Vergil Ortiz Jr., who's 18-0 with 18 knockouts. His last fight was with Maurice Hooker. And he's fighting Michael Mckinson, who's 22-0 with 2 knockouts, right? They were supposed to fight in March of this year, but Vergil Ortiz had to pull out because he had a health condition. I don't know the health condition, it's a word I don't even know how to pronounce what the health condition was. It was suspected that he had some weight issues going on. I don't know if that's true or not, but they said it was some other stuff that was going on with his body. Okay, so in any event, he pulled out of the fight, and the fight was rescheduled. So he's gonna fight Michael Mckinson tonight. And it's kind of interesting because, the welterweight division is on fire, and the main man, the boogeyman in the welterweight division happens to be Jerron Boutinas. And he's waiting for a dance partner before this year is out. Like he said, if he can't get Terrence Crawford or Spence, he'll take whoever's there, but he mentioned Thurman or Stanionis. And the reason I'm saying this is because you never hear De La Hoya or Vergil Ortiz talk about Jerron Boutinas. They never call him out. And there's a reason for that. They know how serious that assignment is, okay? When it comes to Boutinas, when it comes to Jerron, man, they know that's a serious task. So they're not calling for him, They're not calling for Conor Ben either, but they definitely not calling for Jerron Boutinas. That's just a fact, okay? De La Hoya or Vergil Ortiz. So the fight tonight, I don't know, he's an undefeated fighter. Like I said, he's not a powerful fighter. He's not that strong, average skills, no disrespect, but, it's a fight that he's supposed to win, a fight that he should win, right? But the welterweight division, man, is stacked with some up-and-comers. Vergil Ortiz is one of them. You got Stanionis, who beat Butayev. Butayev was undefeated. He had fought Jamal James. He beat him. And then Stanionis fought Butayev, and he beat him. And now it's like Jerron is here. Then you got Stanionis, and then you got Vergil Ortiz. Those are like the main 3 players, young, up-and-coming fighters, the main 3 players in that welterweight division. But again, Jerron is sitting over here, and everybody else is talking about everybody. You don't hear Vergil Ortiz and De La Hoya talking about Crawford and Spence on a regular. You know what I'm saying? Fighting them on a regular. You don't hear about Conor Ben talking about, his trainer, his people talking about fighting Crawford or Spence. You hear them talking about fighting. He just said the other day, and not with too much confidence, that Jerron is a possibility, but he put Vergil Ortiz in there as well. That's Conor Ben, okay? But ain't nobody with confidence just saying, man, I want to fight Crawford, I want to fight Spence, or I want to fight Jerron Enos, except Jerron Enos. He's saying he want to fight Crawford or Spence. He'll take either one right now. If he can't get them, he'll fight Stanionis, or he'll fight Vergil Ortiz. Or he'll fight Keith Thurman. Of course, we know Keith Thurman don't want to fight. And the way that he don't want to fight, he's asking for $10 million for that fight. Okay? Here it is, you coming off a 2-year layoff. Your last fight, you get stopped by Manny Pacquiao. Your status goes down. See, it's not the fact that you lose, because a loss don't put you out of the out of the race or make you look so bad. Because some of the best fighters have losses, but it's how you lose. But when you lose like how he lost, you got dropped, you got beat up by a fighter who's really on his way out, still was fighting, but really was on his way out. That's Manny Pacquiao. Man, come on, man. Then you come back and you fight after a layoff. You come back and you fight Mario Barrios. No disrespect again, but let's just keep it real. We're talking boxing. We're talking about you come back and fight a fighter who's really not a welterweight, that moved up to welterweight his first fight after being knocked out by a lightweight, Tank Davis, at 140. You fight him, and you have problems with him because you can't take body shots. Okay? We know you can't take body shots, Keith Thurman, so we've seen this a few fights, so it's not like it's something that somebody's making up. You're suspect to the body, all right? So now, when it comes to Bucinas, you said, oh, first you said you didn't know him, and now you said, yo, I know about him, but I'm not no gatekeeper. Okay, so you're not a gatekeeper, but you're not a champion anymore, and you're not a #1 mandatory, and you're not high on the rankings either. Okay? So that's the thing. So you saying all this and that, but no, you're not no gatekeeper, but you're definitely not where you was. Okay? So you're not going to get $10 million to fight him. What kind of money is he going to get? He's in a better status than you. Even though you had a belt and you was a champion, he's up and coming, but he's undefeated. He's still undefeated. And he's beaten fighters that were top contenders or champions. All right? So, undefeated fighters. So all I'm saying is, y'all got to get it together in the welterweight division. All right? I want to see what Vergil Ortiz says after this fight tonight, the fight that he should win. I want to see if he calls out Jaron Ennis, or he calls out Terence Crawford or Spence. But really, he know that's going to be a hard fight to get. So call out Jaron Ennis, man. I hope he calls out Jaron Ennis, because that's a fight that's not hard to get. Okay? He got a contract with Showtime. Hey, that shouldn't be hard. It's not going to be pay-per-view. So most likely, if they fight at this status, it's not going to be that. But even if it is, they could work that out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that I hope Vergil Ortiz, if he wins tonight, call out the top players, man. Stop messing around. Jaron Ennis, Terence Crawford, or Spence. But you know the easier fight to get, and De La Hoya knows this, the easier fight to get and to make right now is a fight with Jaron Bucinas. All right? So let's see how the fight goes tonight. I'll be speaking about it later. I'm going to be, I'm going to make a video later to talk about that fight, and we'll see how it goes. So that's pretty much all I got right now. Peace and blessings in this corner, Boxing 24. Please subscribe to the page. Let me know how you feel. Give me your comments, whether it's nay or yay, and help support us, and we keep bringing some good content. All right? Peace and blessings.